So a year ago, I actually made a video just like this for both conferences, and I really enjoyed doing it last year. To where like I actually want to do it again because I really think it's a really good exercise for me to like question to see how they do. But my main concern for them stuff like that. So this year is going to be one question for every NFL team for the AFC edition though. How I'm gonna talk about the teams is usually I do from how they finished from the NFL standings in the conferences last year. I do last to first and second last to second and all sorts of that. I rotate the teams. So first team I'm talking about is the New England Patriots. My main question for them is just how good can it be with Jared Mayo as a head coach, because he was the successor to Bill Belichick, to where I'm really interested to see how you do as the head honcho for the team, and how you instill the culture in the form for how Bill Belichick did for the past few years. It'll be interesting to see, because it'll be like a fresh face, new environment. It'll just be like kind of like see how he does, how he elevate the team, so stuff like that for them. All right, so for the Baltimore Ravens, it's really the matter of like, can they repeat the success that they had last year and actually make it all the way to the Super Bowl, because they're one game away, and then the offense just went downhill. They just kept like passing the ball every play instead of running the ball. So with them having Derrick Henry now as the running back, they shouldn't need to like pass the ball too much now for real, because they have like probably the best running back they had in years. So even though he's 30 years old, but still should help out Lamar Jackson and him being a really running QB and all that type of stuff like that. So I'm very excited for this Ravens team, and also hopefully the defense is still pretty good, obviously. Now going from John Harbaugh to Jim Harbaugh, and just can you like help turn around this the LA Chargers, man, just being a really competent team that year, because LA Chargers need it, because they have had an actual running game for some time now. Don't get me wrong, Austin Eckler is really good back, but like they really haven't ran the ball with efficient rate in like quite some time. So honestly, and also with Greg Roman too being the offensive coordinator, like little worried about how they passing the ball, because his passing like plays is kind of vanilla, but just the Herbert talking about. So we'll see about that. Now for the Buffalo Bills, I know most people gonna say Josh Allen, but for me it's more of Sean McDermott and stuff like that, because I kind of been like a little critical of him, given the fact that like I get they kept running to the Chiefs, but like they haven't made a AFC Championship game since 2020, and right now, to me, I think he's in a hot seat, given the fact that like they haven't been successful for all the times where like they really could have made a run to the Super Bowl, and they had last year was their best chance of doing it, and they failed. So I really am just like wondering like how you overcome all this year. Okay, my question for the Tennessee Titans is really how good can Will Levis be in second year in the league? As the new head coach of Bryce Callahan, the former OC for the Cincinnati Bengals, and obviously the O-line is still not good at all, but like they have Kevin Ridley, who they paid a big amount of money for. They Andre Hopkins is a really great slot receiver for him, stuff like that at this point of his career, and they also got Tyler Boyd, so they have a really good wide receiver trio, but really just a matter of like, can Will Levis actually live up to the expectations, really had a second year leap that they hope to have for him. For the Kansas City Chiefs, it's really just a matter of like, can they be the first team ever to actually three-peat in the NFL? Like, that's never happened before, and honestly I never thought that it could probably ever happen again, given the fact that they repeated last year with the worst team they ever had, really, offensive wise. To which, speaking of that, which wide receiver is even going to be the number one? Because they have Marquise Brown, who's a really great deep threat when he's healthy. They also got Xavier Worthy, who's a rookie. So like, just a matter of who's gonna be the number one, especially with Rashid Rice going to be suspended for the first part of the season. For the New York Jets, it's really just a matter of like, can they make the playoffs and make a pretty good run in the playoffs too, like at least AFC Championship game, because their defense has been really great for the past 2 years, but like the QB play has not been good at all. Been one of the worst in the league. But like, even then, the coaching staff's still in the hot seat, given the fact that like, they had a lot of expectations and they just been like failing them. To which some of it ain't their fault, or this time it is their actual fault. So like, I like Robert Saleh, but like, he's definitely the hot seat, given the fact that like he has Aaron Rodgers on his team, and it's really Super Bowl or bust for Aaron Rodgers at this point. So really, let's just see how it goes for them. For the Houston Texans, it really just a matter of just can they live up to expectations this year, given the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars last year were a lot of them thought they could be a 1 seed last year, but they're not missing the playoffs entirely. And two, can CJ Stroud just overcome the sophomore slump because he had a historically great rookie season, but at the same time though, people do gotta realize that was just 1 year and the sophomore slump do exist. So can he actually live the expectations again this year and be that top 10 QB that people think he could be? For the Denver Broncos, really just can Bo Nix make the Denver Broncos watchable again because they've been probably the most boring team in the NFL since Peyton Manning retired. So is he gonna be the answer for the Denver Broncos? Cause they've been looking for a QB for quite some time now. So it just can they be at least watchable and fun again to watch on offense? For the Cleveland Browns, it's obvious can Deshaun Watson be elite again because he has not been elite since his 2020 season, and really he has been all right to pretty bad ever since he came back from allegations and suspensions from a few years ago. So can he just be elite this year and actually carry the team instead of being winning in spite of him? Because if he can't do it this year, then it's gonna be tough to move on from him from this guaranteed contract that he has. For the Raiders, it's more the fact that can this defense actually carry the offense? Because I don't think the Raiders offense is gonna be that good this year. They have to rely on the defense a lot to where they have to rely on them to actually win games. Despite the offense put up maybe 17 points per game for them this year. There's no disrespect to Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, or even Devontae Adams, just that I just don't believe in their offensive coordinator, really. I won't get that, really. Also, finally, Max Crosby got some help for pass rushers wise. So, hopefully that defensive line can actually, be really good for him and suffocating to where, that defense can be one of the best defenses in the league. Because that's kind of what they need for him to even have a chance to make the playoffs this year. Speaking of defense, that's the main question I got for the Miami Dolphins because they don't have Jalen Phillips or Bradley Chubb for first part of the season, so their pass rush is going to be probably non-existent for the first part of the season for them and stuff like that. So then they also drafted a rookie defensive end, which his name escapes me at the moment, but I don't know how their defense is going to be this year, given the fact that it's gotten worse since they don't have their main pass rushers, and plus they have a new DC too, so and they only have Jalen Ramsey for me in the corner. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried. Also, Javon Holland is a really great safety too, behind the Raiders. So for the Steelers, it's really just a matter of which one of these QBs going to be starting for them this year. Because Russell Wilson obviously had the experience, but he hasn't been good since he left Seattle, and then Justin Fields has high upside potential, still in my opinion, to where I feel like they didn't do him justice when he was with the Chicago Bears, but I do see his flaws though, so I do see that. But just a matter of when Justin Fields going to start, and if he does start, how good he's going to be. And then with Russ, just making sure how good he plays with him being in his advanced age at this point. So for me, for the Colts, is how good can Anthony Richardson be, and can he just stay healthy? Because I truly believe that Anthony Richardson has potential to be Cam Newton 2.0, to where, but with a little better accuracy though. So I do see that, and also because the big body, most of the type of quarterbacks, I'm a little worried about them a little bit more because I feel they take harder hits than they usually would, to where they lead to more injuries. So that's why I'm hoping he stays healthy, because they take a lot more hits, harder hits than they should for being that big body. So for the Cincinnati Bengals, it's really just the offensive line, bro. It's this. It's been like this since Joe Burrow's been with the Cincinnati Bengals. How good can the offensive line be since they added 2 new tackles this year with Morgan Moses from a trade, and then Arminius Mims from the draft. So they just need to hopefully the tackles this year will actually protect Joe Burrow. So, and also, yeah, that's really it, just the offensive line. Then the final team for me is the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's really just can both former number one overall picks live up to their expectations this year. Because Trevor Lawrence, like you saying, the most underrated QB in the league. I really think he'll actually have the numbers to back up his talent. But with Trayvon Walker though, can you actually like improve like in certain areas, like having the QB hurries or pressure rate and win rate, stuff like that? Because the sacks don't really tell the full story of how he's actually been playing. And he hasn't been playing like kind of all right throughout his whole career. So like, can you take that next step to actually being Josh Hines Allen is number 2, pass rusher. So that's really what he needs. Alright, so that's gonna do it for me for this video, man. If you got any questions for your favorite NFL team, bro, just leave it down in the comment section, bro. And enjoy the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos with more videos like this. And I appreciate you watching, bro. Have a good day, bro. Peace out.
Touch all night, gotta call my name. She the only one to get rid of my pain.